Welcome to Trendy Flicks, your ultimate destination for the latest in movies, TV shows, and streaming trends. Subscribe now and stay ahead of the entertainment curve.
Trump-Harris debate. Body language expert weighs in on high-stakes face-off. Fell into the trap. Former President Trump's demeanor turned angry on several occasions after he was successfully goaded by Vice President Kamala Harris, the expert says. Vice President Kamala Harris successfully baited former President Trump on several occasions at Tuesday's ABC presidential debate, making him see red and knocking him off course, according to body language expert Susan Constantine. Tuesday's debate in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was the first time Trump and Harris shared the debate stage, with commentators opining that it was a good night for Harris, while Trump has had better performances. That was, in part, due to how Harris sparked reactions from Trump, who became more frustrated and angry as the night wore on. Constantine tells Fox News Digital that Harris knew Trump's weak points, such as questioning crowd sizes at his rallies, and when she brought them up, he defiantly responded, to his detriment. He fell for every one of her games. They were all tactics, Constantine says. So when she would poke the bear, he would growl back, and she would keep poking the bear, and especially when it came to, of course, the crowd. Harris said that people at Trump's rallies often leave early out of exhaustion and boredom. Trump responded by saying that his rallies have record-breaking crowds, whereas Harris buses people to her rallies and pays them to be there. She knew every single one of his weak points, and he would defend it instead of answering the question and just staying on task. He was spending most of his time hitting her back with the ball and also defending himself, which was not a good approach, Constantine says. You could see that Trump was getting really upset about it. At one point, he dropped his shoulders, dropped his head, and he sunk. And then you see the upper lip move upward very quickly. It was a micro-expression of leakage, of hatred and disgust and scorn. He was really angry at her for saying that. Constantine says Trump was angry for a reason, noting that Harris made a lot of derogatory remarks, and thus he was unable to regain control of the debate after being goaded by Harris, whose smiles were reflective of her knowing she had cornered the former president. You would see his anger, his voice inflection, his breast eyebrows pursed, or his tightened lips. He was angry. In fact, you could hear a lot in his voice, she explained. His lips were pressed most of the time. He was suppressing a lot of his own feelings towards her, which was anger. All that did was fuel for Harris, because she knew she got him. That's why you kept seeing the smile. And every time she got him, she rewarded herself with a great big perma smile. Constantine says that Harris' smiles were often not genuine and were abnormally long. Harris also did this to prod Trump and smiled as a fallback plan when she didn't agree with things Trump said, according to Constantine. Real smiles don't last beyond the very longest 4 seconds. When a person holds that smile and does it throughout, that's condescending. And what she's doing is she is also dismissing what Trump is saying, and that is covered with the perma smile. That is inauthentic, Constantine explained. If she wants to diminish what Trump is saying, she smiles all the way through, or even laughs at that in itself. Constantine says that there was a clear distinction between the two candidates, Trump with a more serious tone, Harris appearing happier. In the beginning, Harris would kick her head back often and almost leave her head tilting up, which Constantine describes as a superiority stance. She raised her nose up and crossed her arms, evaluating. It was condescending and also smug, not a good move.